morning. I am Chitta Rajshekhar Rao, a political analyst from Hyderabad. I have been following this EVM tampering issue or EVM manipulating issue ever since Lok Sabha elections. Thereafter, we came to know about vote percentage manipulation. That is the difference between the voting percentage on the date of polling and the date of counting, and also about the EVM manipulation issue. I want to speak on these three issues. I humbly request opposition parties to focus on these three issues because we are going to have Bihar elections in 4 to 5 months from now. Regarding voters list issue, I request the opposition parties to file a petition in Honorable Supreme Court that the Election Commission should provide a list of the deleted voters in last 1 year, that is ever since Lok Sabha elections, and also the voters which have been added ever since election, that is for the last 1 year. That is, the Election Commission should provide the details of voters whose votes have been deleted in last 1 year, as well as the voters which have been included in the voters list in last 1 year. Apart from this, in the voters list published, they should mention the date of inclusion of the voter in that voters list, especially highlighting the date of entry of the voter into that voter list who have been included in last 1 year, so that the registered parties can go to that address and verify if the voter is genuine or not. Apart from this, they have to request the Election Commission to provide the names of the voters which they are going to include in another say fortnight or 1 month or so, at least 10 days in advance to the registered parties. Suppose a bunch of voters across the state have registered for enrollment in the voters list, say in last 1 month. Before including them into the voters list, these names should be, a list of these names should be given to the registered political parties, or at least published on the website of the Election Commission, so that the political parties can go and verify if these voters are genuine or not. Apart from this, they also have to give the names of the voters that they wish to delete at least 10 days in advance to the registered political parties, or publish in the election website, so that the registered political parties may know that these are the voters which the Election Commission desires to delete from the voters list for whatever reason. So if they give at least 10 to 15 days time and give a notice to the political parties as well as the voters, it would be seen as a step of transparency regarding maintenance of this voters list. So regarding the voters list, I have requested the opposition party as well as Election Commission to implement this. I also humbly request Rahul Gandhi ji, Priyanka Gandhi ji, Akhilesh Yadav, Mamata Banerjee and Tejasvi Yadav to file a petition in Honorable Supreme Court for implementation of these guidelines while publishing the voters list, either for inclusion or for deletion of new voters. When it comes to process of election day, the process that is being adopted on the election day, I humbly request the opposition party to file another petition in the Honorable Supreme Court that the Election Commission may please provide one tab to every polling station where the presiding officer will enter the following data that I am going to propose on hourly basis. Especially when the app should contain the details of mock polling that has been conducted, and the details of the results of the mock polling and the data of the mock poll deleted. Thereafter, on hourly basis, the percentage of votes polled on after every 1 hour should be entered in that tab on hourly basis. Now, total number of votes polled, total number of male voters, total number of female voters. After every 1 hour, they have to enter the data. That should be made mandatory. So, at the ending of the polling time, say suppose it is scheduled at 7 p.m. at every polling station, at 6:55 p.m. the presiding officer will see that if there are voters standing outside the polling booth in a queue, he will stop the polling process and give the tokens, distribute the tokens to all the voters who are standing in queue with serial number. He will take a marker pen and see that he makes a 4 parts of a A4 sheet. That the slip is so bigger that it can be visual, can be seen, and each of the voters standing in the queue will be supplied with the serial number of the token numbers, which will contain the seal of the polling station. After distributing that, the presiding officer will record the video of the voters standing in queue in such a way that the voters will hold the token number at the chest level. The polling officer will ensure that the face of the voter and his token number is clearly visible in the video and take the video to the last voter standing in the queue. And that number will be entered. That number will be entered in the tab. That is total number of the votes polled 5 minutes before the closure of the election time, plus the voter standing in the queue will be the total number of votes polled in that polling station. In no case there should be any new token issued after that, and the percentage of that is total votes polled in that polling station will be closed by within 10 to 15 minutes of the closing time of the scheduled closing time. Though the voters may be standing in the queue, because the number of tokens issued are already entered in the tab, that will be the closure of the polling in that polling station. This should be followed regarding the polling process. After this, Form 70C should be generated through the tab. Immediately after polling of the last voter, the voter presiding officer will close the voting and extract the figures of the total votes polled in that polling station. And Form 17C will be electronically generated from the tab and displayed to the every polling agent. A QR code may be generated apart from this list. This Form 17C be published on the website of the Election Commission, polling station wise, so that by within 1 hour of the closure of the polling scheduled polling time, we will have the exact percentage of polling, and so that there is no manipulation on second day, third day, or even fifth day. We have seen in previous Lok Sabha elections there have been increase of polling percentage up to 12% in Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. And we have seen the result. Both the states have lost the government. Both the ruling governments have lost the election, where the polling percentage has gone up by 12% in both the states. We have seen this in Maharashtra. We have seen this in Haryana. So we have to take precautions that every polling officer is supplied with a tab, and the data of the progress of the polling is entered into the tab periodically after every 1 hour. And even generation of Form 17C also should be mentioned in that tab. And also the most important thing is the battery percentage of that EVM. The battery percentage of the EVM will also be entered in the tab, and that also will be reflected in Form 17C. So the QR code, if the booth agent is supplied with the QR code generated, he can extract the details of Form 17C as and when he wants. And on the day of counting, this Form 17C will be tallied with what the previous Form 17 is, and the battery percentage on the date of counting will also be entered in the tab, and it will be seen that if there is any increase in the battery is there or not, in how many polling stations there is increase in percentage of the battery, and what is the result of that counting in those polling stations where the battery percentage has gone up. So this is the very important modification or addition that has to be brought into the election process. So no matter the election is conducted with EVMs or ballot paper, this should be implemented. That is, regarding the voter list management as well as polling process management. This should be implemented from Bihar elections. Regarding EVM manipulation, I humbly request Honorable Rahul Gandhi ji, Priyanka Gandhi ji, Akhilesh Yadav, Tejasvi Yadav, Mamata Banerjee ji and Stalin ji to kindly come forward and file a review petition in Honorable Supreme Court where there has been a recent judgment regarding EVMs, wherein the Election Commission is prepared to count the VVPATs obtained during the process of mock polling and tallying with the control unit figures of the mock polling. So Election Commission has no objection in comparing this VVPAT count with EVM count during the process of mock polling. But strangely, the Election Commission is adamantly reluctant, very stubborn. It is going to Supreme Court, it is arguing with nonsense logics. What a stupid logic was given regarding the counting of VVPATs by the Election Commission is they said that it will take 4 to 5 days to count the VVPATs. You go to any bank, they are counting currency notes. I have switched on a timer in my mobile phone and counted. It is taking hardly 50 seconds to 1 point, that is 75 seconds for a cashier to count this currency notes of 100 count. So in that case, if you have 20 personnel at the counting table of the counting day, we can count nearly 2 lakh votes in 4 hours. It's not a big deal. So Election Commission is lying to Honorable Supreme Court. I don't know why the Election Commission is not coming forward to count the VVPATs obtained during the process of actual polling and comparing them with the EVM count of the polling day. I don't know what they want to hide. Now that the people are given opportunity to apply for EVM verification, and I don't know why the Election Commission is keeping it restricted to 5%. Election Commission strangely says that is the order of the Honorable Supreme Court regarding counting of VVPATs of the election day or the percentage of the EVM that has to be counted. But strangely, it is not the order of the Supreme Court. That order was given based on the objections raised by the Election Commission. Here the Election Commission wants to hide something while counting the VVPATs of election day and comparing them with the actual EVM figures declared. And moreover, when a candidate applies for EVM verification, Election Commission will break open the strong room of that container on the day of counting. So what is the problem if the candidate wants to get the EVMs counted for more than 5% polling stations? Be it 5% or 10% or 25%, when the candidate is ready to pay the fee and get counted. And the most important thing is the elections have been declared, government is in position, government is formed and government is functioning. What objection does the Election Commission have to count the VVPATs obtained during the process of election? That is not going to change the election verdict unless there is some manipulation in the EVM. If the Election Commission is confident that there is no manipulation in EVMs, they should come forward and say that no matter how many polling stations you want to count, you may count. No matter how many VVPATs units you want to count, you may count. We don't have any malpractices in EVMs, so we are free. We are giving it, throwing it open for you to count as many polling stations you want by paying the requisite fee to the Election Commission. So this should be the petition filed by the opposition parties in Honorable Supreme Court. So I request the Honorable opposition parties to kindly file a review petition regarding this EVM verdict recently given and request the Honorable Supreme Court to allow counting of VVPATs obtained during the process of actual election and comparing them with the EVM results declared. Because election results have been declared, government is formed and the Election Commission is confident that there can be no possible malpractice through the EVMs. When the election commission is confident, when the ruling government is confident, what is the objection for them? The VVPATs obtained during the process of actual polling and counting them with the declared figures. They should not have any objection. There should not be any objection for election commission for restricting the EVM polling stations to be counted to 5%. They should throw it open to as many polling stations as the candidate desires, because that is not going to change the election results. If the election commission wants to be transparent and assure people that the elections are free and fair and transparent and no manipulation has been done through the EVMs, they can come and file a joint petition with opposition parties, or they can voluntarily file a petition that we don't have any objection for counting the VVPATs after the results are declared and government is formed, because that is counting of any number of VVPATs is not going to change because our EVMs are trustworthy. Election Commission should come forward and accept this and file a petition along with the opposition parties in Honorable Supreme Court that we do not have any objection to count as many VVPATs in as many polling stations that the candidate desire, because VVMs are perfect. There cannot be any manipulation. We do not have any objection for counting of VVPATs. Because the election commission is adamantly reluctant and stubborn and objecting the counting of VVPATs obtained during the process of election, we definitely see that there is something fishy in those VVPATs. So as long as the election commission does not come forward to count the VVPATs obtained during the process of election, actual polling, either they should accept that or they should opt for ballot paper polling. These are the conditions that the opposition party should put before the election commission, that if you want to continue with EVMs, you adopt this procedure. Otherwise, you adopt ballot paper procedure. The opposition party should throw open this challenge to the election commission and inform the people of the nation how mischievously the election commission is behaving when it comes to counting of VVPATs obtained during the process of actual polling. Thank you.